Oh my God, you're BKN. Yes. Welcome to the BKN Podcast, where anything goes and nothing really matters. Hey, fuck you. Okay, we're keeping this one. Okay.
Look at that fucking nerd.
The previous 12 minutes didn't happen. How's it going, guys? Okay. Brandon, how are you? You're doing just fine. You know who's not doing fine?
Me?
Aaron Judge and the Yankees.
Yeah.
We have to get away from those previous 12 minutes. We're just going to move
I forgot
along.
about it, so you just brought it up again.
Okay, good. So how do you feel as the Yankee fan?
I just wish that Judge would just stop trying to rush coming back, because he did release saying that he expects to be there opening day. It's just get better. Really? We can't afford him and Stanton to both be out. Stanton never should have spent the money on him.
So
that's how I
who's
feel.
out right now? So Judge, Stanton, Severino. Is Chapman? No, he's still Chapman's fine, right?
Yeah, right. I think
so. Or was it Paxton?
Paxton.
So when
our bullpen is,
I think Paxton was like the first injury, and I remember thinking like when Paxton, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but now it's like,
not.
Once you lose Severino, you're like, because now you have Cole, and then like Tanaka, and I'm not knocking Tanaka because he's still good.
It's
still
to the point. It's to the point where I'm not giving them that division anymore. Right off, like.
I'm not
right away.
You were never gonna give it to them in the first place.
Yes, I did. We did it.
Oh, the Yankees. No. I don't know if
we talked. That's all we did last episode.
Yeah, the last episode we were talking about it, and we were like
a hitting Yankees fan.
I said the Yankees are going to win that division, and I believe I said they were winning the World Series too.
I believe. Actually, I am going to stick up for. I
Who
am
are
sticking up
you?
for Nick.
What have you done with Nick?
If you listen to the episode, we never actually uploaded because I never got it.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't even know.
You'll be able to find out that the two of us actually did. Like,
I forgot to listen to the episode that hasn't been released.
How dare you? I thought you cared about this podcast. Your initial is first. You should care. It's not just K.
Well, this is why he's last. He forgets to send you the
link.
Oh,
you swapped this right around. Now I'm looking at you. Oh my God.
Look at that fucking nerd.
That's me.
No, that's me. I'm probably this. What all fucking nerds.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm not
segue.
I'm not like it's not. I wouldn't count out the Blue Jays.
The BJs.
I mean, right now.
They suck.
I mean, it's gonna be tough with the injuries. If the Yankees play good, like if they manage to pull off what they, I mean, hopefully injuries don't get worse for them. But like
they probably will. Let's be honest.
They probably will at this pace, because Tampa is like breathing down their necks.
I forgot about that.
That's the thing. You said Toronto,
and
they're getting
it's
better.
Not too late to change it. You never released the episode.
Toronto is getting better, but like Tampa is like the only reason Tampa didn't make the playoffs, like whatever, like last year or 2 years ago, is because not last year, 2 years ago, because both the Yankees and the Red Sox had over 100 wins.
Yeah.
I think Tampa still had like 90. If they were in like
they were definitely right behind
were like
them.
96.
If they were in like any other division, they
would
would
have had a shot. Which I really don't understand why they're not in a different division.
Like it's not fair. I feel like this year is their chance because I don't think Boston's going to be awful, like some people say. But they're not.
They'll give a run for their money. They always are good at that. They can at least knock off teams.
Boston will, if everything goes right for them this year, they can make a decent push for the wild card.
They were 90 and 72.
Who was?
The Rays.
You would think of, the Rays. I thought no, you're right. I thought it was the Blue Jays for some reason.
Watch all of us be wrong, and all of a sudden the Orioles.
Oh, he just looked it up.
It's the Baltimore Orioles. They go like they win every single game. They have like a perfect season.
The Oreos.
The Oreos. Oh man! So I just have ESPN.
Baltimore sucks, except for the Ravens.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say that reminded me of something, but it's from my friend's podcast which I only listened to today. So obviously you two didn't hear it, so I'll explain it. So my friend's soccer podcast, I think it's called Pints and Post Podcast. That's their name. Pints because they drink, and Post because like soccer. And
So wouldn't that be pints?
yes, it is pints. I'm very tired. That's more like it. Hey, if you walk
in there.
14 miles a day, 6 days in a row, you have.
I'd
hey,
shoot myself.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Not the shooting myself part, but
Yeah, don't Kurt Cobain yourself.
in their, I'll do it just to spite you. But on their podcast, they were talking about
Well, damn.
in I think one of the Italian soccer leagues. I forget the name of it, but due to the coronavirus, I think either a game, it was like a major, like really, really big, important game they played, but the doors were closed to the public. So it was just the teams playing in a stadium that can hold 80,000 people playing in front of no one.
God.
And they were saying how like bizarre and like almost scary it was. And that reminded me, you remember like there were riots in Baltimore like a couple years ago? Yeah. And
You were there. Yeah.
because I think there was like not getting all
Yeah,
political,
we
but
know.
something happened and there were
Yes.
like riots. So the Orioles played a game, but the stadium was closed. So they played like an MLB game, but it was just like dead silence. So if you watch like the TV broadcast, you just heard like, yeah, like,
Well, the Devils had a game like that.
did they?
Yeah.
Speaking of the Devils,
Ooh.
They suck. Get over it.
1-0.
No, that's
New
a good
Jersey.
segue. Don't leave me hanging. Come on. Yeah.
1-0.
No, but they did.
New
They had a
Jersey.
game. I think it
Jesper
was in
Bratt.
the 80s. There was some really bad blizzard.
And that's against the Blues. Sick.
But guess who's in net?
Who?
Snyder.
Oh, God.
So you guys can still have a chance to lose.
Ooh, and the Abs
Oh, there's always a chance to lose with Snyder.
That's what I'm saying.
and the Abs are playing the Canucks tonight. Anyway,
Yeah, we're winning. Oh, but Snyder's in net.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were saying.
Yeah, the Devils, they had a game. I forget who it was. But there's like only like 100 people in attendance for the game.
I know it was like the 70s or the 80s. I think like went the playoffs, like the season was like cut short or something due to like influenza. There was like a really bad like flu epidemic.
I don't know.
There was some hockey year. I don't even think they had like the Stanley Cup finals.
Can
Like,
you imagine if there was another strike in any of the sports and we just didn't have a certain sport for a whole season?
Well-
That would fuck up society so much. Like if we didn't have football for a whole year,
huh.
people would go crazy from September to February.
Like we're lucky that those things only happened like with hockey because if like
well, didn't baseball have one in the 80s?
yeah, baseball had
Or
a couple
90s?
strikes, and I imagine for something
I
like
didn't have baseball
like
for a whole year.
like baseball and like for me soccer because they're really long seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it would suck if you have a strike in like football. I mean, you know, in any sport you like. But like the way I view it, I really like football, but it's only 16 weeks.
Yeah.
So like soccer, for example, started March, I think 1st. That was like the Red Bulls' first game. Assuming they get into the playoffs, they're playing until like October. So like
Yeah.
literally most of the year I have like soccer to look forward to. So like if that just wasn't an option, that would just blow.
Look at that fucking nerd.
Yep. We're all nerds if we're doing a podcast.
Yep. So I found it. So it was Historic Storm produced history for the Devils in '87. So it was against the Calgary Flames. And it was only 334 people in attendance.
Yikes.
Yep.
Can you imagine something like that though?
Yeah, it was a blizzard. Jesus.
I got a friend, TJ, who lives in like Erie, Pennsylvania. You know, like 20 minutes away from like Canada, basically. So I asked him, I'm like, hey TJ, how are you doing, you know, in this winter? And he's like, honestly, after 6 feet of snow, you stop counting. And I'm like, yikes. That's a big old cup of nope. I like snow, but like, shit.
we
Shit.
knock on wood. We haven't had a huge snowstorm yet.
I am very grateful considering my job now is to walk outside all day.
I mean, wouldn't they?
only if it's like
If it's really bad,
If
there's
it's-
no way to get.
if it's really really bad and like we're like putting ourselves at risk, then they can. But like if it snows, I'm out there. If it raining, I'm out there.
rain, sleet, snow.
Yeah, I'm basically out there no matter what.
Tornado.
I mean, if it's like a tornado.
Could you just imagine Kevin like in the
Flying down
No,
my
the
fucking
postal
street
service
in the-
truck just like
in the
trying to run.
USPS.
It's just like
away from a tornado.
the tornado's this way, but like this is
Fucking
what my
box doesn't go fast enough.
this is what if
Can't make left turns.
the
You can't back up.
the funniest thing though, if I try to push that car, like if I have to drive on like a highway and I try to push like 50, the thing starts shaking. Like it's just like oh god, and I'm like oh this is not supposed to go to 50 miles an hour.
You remember we were talking about that with John, and he goes, "Oh yeah, because of whatever the reason was." Like, no, it's because they're on the left, like the right side of the car. You know how impossible it is to make a left turn when you're on the right
I
side of the
forget
vehicle.
what he said. I forget what he said.
What was it?
He thought the reason why the postal carriers couldn't make left turns in the truck was I forget what the reasoning was that he gave.
It's just because
It was like a weird reason. But I'm like, no, it's because you're on the right side of the
we
vehicle.
drive a giant box.
You can't really see what's
we
on your
drive a
left.
giant box. You're looking through a small window and looking
Yeah.
at mirrors. So like preferably you just don't turn left.
and then backing up.
Yeah, backing up is like a no, don't do that. Like if you
Unless, if you're assuming you have to,
if you
no
have
other
to,
way.
you have to.
But
But
they
no.
expect you to literally just go in a circle until
Yeah.
you get the go direction.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
I'm backing up. I'm doing it.
doing it. I mean, I've done it. Oh, Devil's ready. The game's tied.
Way to go, Schneid.
I didn't even get the alert yet.
Because I just have the app open.
Yeah, I think it was a power play. So
Is it Rob Schneider?
Yeah.
They both suck.
So like, well, we were talking Yankees, and my brain just wants to go to hockey. But before we do that, so like, I wanted to play sports as a kid, but like, this is actually true. I'm not even making this up. The veins in my neck, they're like looped a lot. So like, it's fine. I have nothing to worry about unless I were to like heavy duty focus on like training and weightlifting and really pushing myself. It actually takes longer for oxygen and blood to like get to my brain. So like I could actually like black out. Or like
So no rage.
so
quit.
like my mom like did not want me playing like anything other than like bowling and like playing like wiffle ball outside.
You know what you have to hit. You know you got to do it.
Do it. I don't know which one, but
yeah, apparently I don't know either.
I don't know.
Fucking nerd. That one. Come on.
Look at
Yeah.
that fucking nerd.
That's why
right? He would have done it to us.
yeah, I would have done it to myself. But so like I was never athletic because I was just always told like no, don't, like you can't. I'm like okay, and then I'd start playing video games, and that's how I am. So this is mainly for you two, since you two play or have played or better shape than I am, whatever.
I don't know
Is-
about that one.
You're in shape. Spherical is a shape. And anybody who says
Working on my
otherwise,
dad bod for the vacation.
listen, anybody says you're not in shape, go like, listen, just because I'm not like a triangle like you doesn't mean I'm not in shape, okay?
I don't want to be a pretty boy. There's too many of them that just
I wanna
in
be-
the mirror every chance they get.
I want to be a pentagon, okay? I'm gonna
I'm gonna be a trapezoid.
you just see like someone's body just like pointing.
I want to be octagonal.
God. Anyway,
Got 8
I don't
sides
know.
to me. Figure out the
Maybe
layers.
it's the coffee. I can't focus on anything. I'm just like,
Fuckus.
but so like with like all the injuries, the Yankee. What are you doing? I wish I was filming this.
What a freak.
You're weird. Like
Weird.
So like you have Judge who's injured, Stanton, Severino, and then that's just on the Yankees.
And then Boone mentally.
They were talking about I think on the Red Sox, Chris Sale maybe is going to be out. Then you have like all the people in football get injured. Is it just me? Or does it seem like more people are getting injured than like they did years ago?
I definitely see it.
Like when I would watch baseball and football, like when I like middle school, like 2004, 2000, and early high school, like 2004, 5, 6. And like the Yankees Red Sox rivalry, like in that time period where it was like bloodbath. Like nobody was injured. Or like if they were injured, it was like minor.
Oh, the pain,
Bro. But like now I feel like Aaron Judge just swings the bat. And granted, like he's ultra muscular, so he doesn't swing a bat like I would. He uses like his muscles have muscles, and they all are working to swing the bat. So like,
yeah, bro, we're gonna put extra work into this one.
So like I get it, but like
That's what he's doing.
is like, do you think that like the human body is just like not capable of doing these like insanely high levels of performance for like these long amounts of time? Because like even baseball, like when you think about it, like if someone has like batting practice, like Judge, right? He's probably not like doing light swings. He's probably doing his like full strength swing. So even when he's practicing, he's probably going all in.
I don't know.
I also
I
think
don't
that he's hurt more than he is leading.
I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's the Yankees training staff because it's only them. It's like, it's really only like, you don't see fucking Longoria pulling his fucking back because he's swinging. You didn't see Alonso have any issues doing it. And he did the fucking home run derby. So
True.
like,
Probably shouldn't have though.
Maybe it's just like Judge's his stature where he's just so like big. Because I know that happened with in the NBA, a couple of people like Yao Ming, because he was just like
well, yeah,
so tall.
We're talking about
7 foot
like people
8.
that he's over 8 foot.
I know a couple people in the NBA had like
Yeah. Well, because their bones aren't as
basketball's
strong.
fast movements too.
Yeah.
because I mean baseball has fast like really sudden movements, but then times we have to stop, and I imagine that puts a lot of
Oh, it does.
stress on like hamstrings and
Yeah, because you're going from a full stride to all of a sudden abrupt.
yeah. So it's like
Yeah, but I also, I think people don't like stretch and do proper stuff before playing.
I mean I do notice like probably the most physical thing I do besides walking, delivering mail. If I play guitar and I don't stretch my hand, I actually feel it in my left hand.
Oh yeah, I felt
Like
cramp.
my left hand like hurts.
We're getting old, Kev.
I had that revelation when I was playing Counter-Strike with my friend who built a computer, and we were getting our asses handed to us by the bots in game. And I'm like, like 5 years ago, I used to be like really good at this game, and now like I can't like mentally process what's happening quick enough. And like I think I just hit the point where like it's official, like bam, you're old.
That's how I felt with NHL 20 last night.
I haven't played NHL 20 in a minute.
I've been trying not to because I shattered their controller.
Another one.
No, but that first one. That's why I'm trying to stay away from NHL 3s.
I now have 3 Xbox controllers.
Wait, what? You broke another one?
No. I didn't break any. I
just
broke
went
that
and bought
one. I
2?
told you. I bought one for myself, and I want to play some like co-op games with Katie. So I got her one like a color she liked.
Oh, okay.
But I play some games on my computer, and I didn't want to keep like connecting the controller to my PC then the Xbox. So I bought one for like the computer in my room.
Steph got us to Switch.
It's awesome. What games you have?
What games?
Breath of the Wild.
Just the Mario Kart, like Mario Kart.
Sweet.
Mario Kart. I got
Mario Kart 8.
the Mario Party one,
Ooh, Super Mario.
yes,
Super
yes.
Mario Party. Yes,
whatever that is.
those are good.
That's all I really have right now. Never got to get more.
I mean, that's the thing with Nintendo games I noticed. Boy, we went from like the human body not being able to handle like
To Mario.
to like Mario Party, but like, hey, what can I say? I'm a nerd. Hit the button. Hit it.
I don't know which one.
Tango down.
Fuck!
Well, that's gaming related, so I'll give that one to you.
Yeah, because these are all video games. I think that's GTA.
No fair. That's cheating.
It's this one.
Boing.
That's Mario, right?
That is, yeah.
Target neutralized.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing with Nintendo games though, is
Achievement unlocked. One full blown retard.
they're just that's me. Nintendo games are just like you could, like I bought Mario Kart 8 because it was originally a Wii U game. That was like the Nintendo system like nobody.
Now I remember why we have the fucking nerd one. We were talking about the Wii U.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking
Exactly.
nerd.
I remember the second
So-
you said that, I remember where
so-
that came from.
Well, that was actually the midnight launch
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Switch, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was in like
your suit and stuff.
I was
with
in like
the
my like,
Pikachus.
because we had like television classes at my school, so like we had to whenever it was a television class, you had to dress nice. So like I'm surrounded by. Anyway, you can listen to that podcast.
Look at that fucking nerd.
Where you can hear that exact drop in context, but. Like, I ended up getting Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U when it came out in, like, 2012 or whatever. So then they released it for the Switch again, like, 6 years later, and I bought it day one because, fuck it. So it's like,
Why the hell not?
because you can play it forever, and now on the Switch, you can bring it with you. So it's like...
I need to get myself one too, though. That way I can play. But you can do interactive too with certain games, right?
Yeah, so, like, you know, the Switch, you have the little controllers that slide into the side.
Yeah.
You can take them out. So, like, you can have one, and you can play Mario Kart using those little things. So, like, you don't have to buy the
like
Pro controller because the Nintendo Pro controller is $70.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
It's really nice.
But it's stupid the amount of money they want
Yeah,
for a piece
I mean-
of plastic that holds the
I mean, all the
remotes.
controllers now, like the fucking PlayStation 4 controller, I think is $60.
Yeah.
The Xbox One controller is $60 to like $65, depending on
And
the color
higher,
you get,
and depending
then
on
if
which
you-
model.
If you get those Elite controllers, I think it's like $150. Can you spending
180 for the newer one.
$180 for a fucking Xbox controller?
Yeah, but that one has a lot of pieces too, and it comes with a travel case.
it
so
does.
It's kind of a little worth it. I still would never pay 180
It's not worth
for
it.
it.
It's
but
cool. It's
but I'm saying you can understand why it's over 100 at least.
I
Like
understand.
I probably would pay 100 most. Though.
I understand why it's more expensive,
yeah.
but I would never spend $180 on
Controller you
A
can take
controller.
apart. It's like playing with Legos. You got all these pieces, and they're magnetic. you
which
just slap 'em
actually I
together.
realized how hypocritical I sound because I'm gonna pull out the real geekiness now. Have you guys heard of a game for the original Xbox called Steel Battalion?
Yes.
No.
So you know what the game is.
I just showed our age.
No.
Okay, so like you know all this, right?
Yes.
So I actually used to have this. So I'm gonna show him last. So this was a game controller. I used to have this because I know there was a game store in Pennsylvania called, I don't know what they're called now, but they were called Classic Game Junkie. I think it's just
Look at that
Game
fucking
Junkie now.
nerd.
I don't care.
No. No.
It's if you like video games, that store is fucking insane.
Get to see.
I'm gonna because
Because
I'm setting up the story.
It's BKN.
I'm setting up the story. I'm gonna get there. So it's this game. So it's called Steel Battalion for the original Xbox.
old.
It was a game that came with its own controller. It was $200 for this controller.
My God.
Look at this thing.
He sunk a battleship with
Okay.
it.
It's like a robot mech like fighting game.
Does it have dirty cop mode?
No. It's actually incredibly realistic as like giant fighting mechs can be. So for example, like when you start on a level, you don't just like move the joystick. You
That's
I mean, it kind of sucks that this is just an audio podcast because I can still put the pictures in, I guess, to show you. But like you see these little switches here? When you start, you're in like you actually have to flick all these switches up and down. And like you got these like 6 little switches, you got to flick them up and down, and it's like starting up the engine, and you test like all the systems, and like it's like really super fucking in depth. And there's like a button to eject yourself.
yeah, but what is it? Is it like a Call of Duty type thing?
And
No,
you
no, no,
actually get thrown out of your fucking room when you hit the eject
just,
button.
your room just shoots
that's
out of
really-
the house.
But that's really just like your older brother just physically
So-
picking you up and throwing.
So this game is nothing like Call of Duty. It's very slow moving. So like it's very, very slow. The funny thing is it's so like crazy, like over the top. When your robot's about to explode, the ejector button flashes. If you do not hit that button in time,
You die.
you die.
You die.
And then the game deletes your save
IRL.
file. The game deletes your save file.
Oh my God.
Because you died, therefore your profile's deleted.
You get banned.
Yeah, basically, you have to make a new profile and start again.
They
Like,
literally killed you off though.
Yeah. And like,
What if, like,
You're
the
dead to
light was
everyone,
broken?
not just the game. You're dead
Well,
to
I mean-
everyone.
in game, it kind of gives you cues like, hey, you're about to fucking explode. So like, you can tell when like your screen's on fire. Like, I should probably eject.
Just
But-
throw water on it.
And in game, you know, like games now have like they hold your hands like, oh, run here and like 300 feet, hit the X button here on the wall. That game didn't tell you shit. So like you do the training mission and like you took forever to do stuff. You're
Can
like
you imagine the ringer playing this game?
you're like sergeant or like the in-game guy who's talking to you.
me off. Squatch.
You have like a in-game like I don't know, like general
What?
squatched or like a commander or something. And the guy yells at you basically saying
Broke
like
my CD.
you have a guy in game who basically yells at you if you don't play well, and he's like, "Wow, maybe you should read the instruction manual." And I'm like, "You're not even gonna tell me in game what I'm doing. You have to read the manual." So if you're like me, you got
Throw it out.
no. So like in my case, I got a really good deal on the game with the controller, but it didn't have a manual. So the guy's yelling at you like, "Wow, you're a
Fuck
loser.
him, we
Read
don't
the
need it."
fucking manual." Like I don't have the manual.
There was
can't-
another game
I
that I
can't
know
read.
No
that
fair, you're
would
cheating.
make fun of you during it.
I'm going to hell.
I'm pretty sure I'm ready in hell sometimes.
Yes. Kevin will be there with me.
Yeah, going down. You said there was another game that like
Going down
There was
an earlier
definitely a
round.
game that I know of that like there's something talking shit to you
Love it. Is it Bully?
during like the game is talking shit to you.
well.
I just don't know.
I don't
what one it
know. I
is.
don't think it's the game. It's probably not the one you're talking about. There's one. I think it's called like Senua Hellblade or something. It was like an
No.
Xbox game, and like the character you're playing as, she actually had some kind of. I don't remember what it was, but like the character actually had some kind of like mental thing with her, so she actually heard voices in her head. So let's say you're doing a puzzle in game, and like you're stuck for a while, you actually hear voices laughing at you because it's her inner like voices laughing at her, and like that's really fucking like weird. But I
Yeah.
definitely know that's not the game we're talking
No.
about. So I don't know.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's like a totally different experience though.
Do you guys remember Silly Pins?
Silly pins, I do not.
I think you would be the only one who
Attempts.
would know.
And yet I
They're
don't.
like a little kid bowling thing, and they had like faces on them, and they would talk.
I really don't remember
I'll
this.
show you.
Well, since we kind of talked about baseball, the only other thing with baseball I guess we could talk about, who here loves every single time somebody on the Astros gets beamed?
It's funny.
I love like every single time. It's great.
Oh, I do.
Let me see
I'm
this.
ready when you are.
Let me see this thing. Hold on. No idea.
It was interactive. It get plugged into the TV.
I never plugged into the TV, but
No idea.
I want to get one.
You youngins.
Basically,
It wasn't even mine. One of my friends
They would
owned it.
talk. They would talk.
I don't know, Nick. You may be too young for this, but you'd probably know. Those weird fucking like stuffed bears, like you plug into a TV. So like you play like a VHS tape, and the
Yes.
bear would like speak and stuff, and that they would. I'd go to my
It was like a
uncle's.
Teddy Ruxpin on crack.
I'd go to my uncle's house in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and his
Do you remember
son,
these?
and like his like at the time his youngest, my cousin John, he was probably like 8 at the time. He was really young, so it was like a teddy bear, like a big stuff like teddy bear you can like squeeze and hug, but like it had like cables running out of the back of it, so you could plug it into a TV. So like you play like a VHS tape, and like the bear would like interact with the movie, and it would like speak or something to you while the movie's going on, and it would scare the bejesus out of me. Like I did not want to be in the same room as that thing. It was
Why
terrifying.
is this thing alive?
It's terrifying. Also, Furbies.
Oh my god! You ever put one in a microwave?
No, but I've seen videos.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever put a CD in the microwave?
No, doesn't it explode though?
I only tried it once, and I had no explosion. But like you saw lightning like burst throughout the CD.
I'm pretty sure you also fucked up the microwave.
That's why we used an old microwave.
Aha.
But yeah, that's really it for baseball. That's all I really had. Just injuries and the Astros getting beamed all the time.
Yeah.
Because like nothing else is happening.
Yeah.
Other than actually one last thing. weren't we supposed to find out like 3 weeks ago what the Red Sox punishment was going to be?
No, I think it's the end of this month, sometime this month.
Okay, because I remember like saying like didn't like Manfred say like, oh, at the end of the week we're gonna like talk about it, and it's been like 3 weeks ago.
No, I think you said at the end of March. Or
Okay,
something.
because like just fucking say what it is. Like
Yeah.
like we know what's happening with the Astros. Like just like punish Cora, punish the Red Sox. Just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Just punish them, and then you can move on. Does that make sense though?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got weird looks from that for saying that. But on to more important
just a
things.
weird
Oh, the pain, bro. I can kind
Tell
of,
me how you feel, El Freaky.
I can kind of do that voice.
What are they getting? Everything out of me. They gonna get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that.
Well, you didn't get a Super Bowl either, so
Freaky L, a.k.a. Action Jackson.
neither did I.
I may be big, dumb, and stupid, and if there's one thing I'm not, it's stupid.
That's my favorite.
Why doesn't this one work?
Tell me how I
There we
feel,
go.
El Freaky.
There it works.
I was sitting there hitting it and it wouldn't work.
So, Brandon, if I told you 1 month ago,
Yes.
good. So if I told you 1 month ago the Rangers were basically 2 points away from getting into the playoffs, would you believe me?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Liar.
Squash. Like, because I'm looking at the standings right now, right? So the Rangers are 1 point ahead of Carolina. They're 2 points behind the Islanders, who are in a massive free fall.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're like two.
They started off really strong. I don't know what the hell happened.
It's almost like they're trying to do everything possible. They lost to Ottawa.
Have you seen the records of teams that traded with the Devils after the trade went through?
I have not seen that, no.
Hold on, let me get it up.
While you're
That's why you
getting
never trade with the Devils.
while you're getting that. So like all of a sudden the Rangers like they're like even if they make it into the playoffs, like they're not gonna last. But like
Oh yeah. They're literally
yeah,
the only team we have to
We-
beat.
we need 2 points.
Yeah.
And we need to win and we need the Islanders to lose, and then we're there.
So
Pretty much.
Play again tomorrow. Yeah, play the Devils tomorrow. Should be an easy win.
teams,
We'll see.
teams records since making a trade with the
Who's
Devils.
starting?
Coyotes 14, 15 and 4. Islanders 2, 5 and 2.
Yeah, Islanders are
Lightning 3 and 5. Sabres 0 and 5. Canucks 1 and 4. Hurricanes
Fuck the
0,
Canucks.
3 and 1. Yet Vatanen has not played. The Devils, after making the trades, Coyotes trade 16, 11 and 7. Islanders 5, 2 and 2. Lightning 5, 2 and 2. Sabres, Canucks, and Hurricanes are 2, 1 and 2.
Can I just ask you though, because I'm not even making fun of the Devils. Just what happened to Snyder? He used to be a really good goalie.
He got hurt and then he just sucked after that.
He used to be a really good goalie. He had potential to be a starter for you guys.
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast.
Now we have Blockwood.
He's not terrible though.
Blockwood.
Blockwood.
I mean, I don't watch tons of Devil games, but from what I could tell, he's okay.
Yeah, I really like him.
Ah,
He's definitely the starter.
I'm saying, but is that how they have him labeled, or they're kind of making it?
No,
split
they're
between
using Snyder because they're paying him fucking what, $8 million.
Well,
Stupid.
well, nowhere as bad as what the Rangers had going on just like a month or two ago.
Oh, with Lundqvist, yeah.
Yeah.
But have I not been saying that though?
Yeah.
To just stop giving him the starts.
Like as,
Six.
And that was the difference. That
Like, I
literally
think
made the difference. Second, he was
once
not in net.
Once they had Igor,
Yeah, I forgot his last name, and then Gorgiev.
but like once they put Igor, like okay, you're the dude,
Yeah,
and then it's Gorgiev, and then Lundqvist, and like I feel bad for Lundqvist, but like dude, it's been like what 14 years.
you just need to give it up. Honestly, if we should have traded him when we had the opportunity to, but at the time he was still decent.
Yeah,
But I honestly could have seen him going to LA and changing things up over there.
like I respect the hell out of him for wanting to be with like one team his whole career, especially because like it's the Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like I respect that, but at the same time, it's like
Well, we need to know when to cut ties with these people. Like
like
that don't perform anymore.
Georgiev is really good. It's just he's been kind of screwed up a little bit earlier this year because like he would play one game and then he would sit for like a week or two because they were rotating goalies. But like when he actually has time to like, play consistently, he's really good.
Exactly.
I thought he was the future, and then Igor popped up and like, well, shit, now it's him.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's a very good problem to have.
Really was the thing, and the same thing. Remember when we had Talbot?
Yeah,
and remember when Lundqvist got hurt and he got us into the playoffs.
My friend,
and then comes the playoffs, they put Lundqvist back in. It's like he just came back from an injury.
I remember I was like, when they put Lundqvist back in, I remember thinking like, why are you putting Lundqvist back in? And my friend Vince, who's actually a Devils, like diehard Devils
you guys
fan,
are gonna lose. Right?
He was just like, he called me because like I don't remember where I was working, but I was working somewhere, so like I couldn't keep up as much like, as I could now. So Vince called me and he's like, "Hey, did you hear the news about Lundqvist?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, the Rangers are going to be starting Lundqvist for the Stanley Cup." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, this was your year, dude. I'm sorry."
Yeah,
I'm just like, fuck.
It was the dumbest thing. Like literally, you had the kid who got you into the playoffs.
What the fuck?
He was on a
Jontron.
freaking. Every New York team does this. Every New York team does it, and every sport. The second somebody's on the roll, they're like, "Let's pull him." Why? Let him continue the streak.
Oh, that just reminded me, Nick. In the last one we did, it was the four of us going. I was talking about when we were at that Sixers game, and the old guy next to me was like, "What? Make that a drop." That way, when something ridiculous happens, we just have to what? I can't duplicate it now because I have to listen to it, but make that a drop. Anyway,
What?
It's
Just really distant from the mic.
What? It's isn't it just crazy though that like was it last season the Rangers sent that it was either last year or 2 years ago and the Rangers sent the letter like, yeah, we're probably gonna suck for like a little bit because we're gonna rebuild.
I think it was last year. No, it was this. You're right. It was 2 seasons ago.
Okay,
then
so
we had Quinn.
Because like this is actually my example with the Knicks. Like the Knicks never want to actually rebuild. They just want to like, oh, we're just like one piece away. I'm like, no, you.
So we're just gonna suck for 74 years consistently.
Here's the deal with the Knicks. They are one piece away in every single position. So you need this one piece and this piece and this piece and this piece and a new coach and this and this and this.
74 years of consistently.
So like
sucking.
the Knicks are in La La Land. They're like, no, we don't need to rebuild. But like, if you were to go to the Knicks fans and say, listen, we're gonna be fucking awful for like 3 to 5 seasons, but like this is the plan.
More than that.
Yeah, but like because the Knicks
Way more than that.
No, here's the thing that sucks about the Knicks.
Everything.
Yes, generally speaking, they suck, but they don't usually suck enough.
Yeah.
To get something good out of it. They did the last 2 years because they were really bad.
Just re-signed Melo.
When they got Porzingis and then traded him.
Yeah.
And the last season they got RJ Barrett, which was actually good. But like usually they suck, but they don't suck enough to consistently get stuff. Yeah. The Rangers sent a letter and they're like, yo, we're gonna be rebuilding. So like work with us here. And like 2 years later, they're like a game away from like maybe getting into the playoffs. So I'm like, holy shit, that's really good. But what scares me...
Actually, I think it was actually after last season. After last season, they released that. Because
was it?
Yeah, because they went to Lundqvist and they said like, hey, we're rebuilding. You can stay on or we can help you find a team that you'd want to be with. He goes, no, I want to be part of this and help rebuild. Which I'm not disagreeing with that because he's a good goalie for another young kid to shadow.
I mean, if you're going to mentor somebody...
Like, he's one of the goalies in the conversation you would want to be a mentor. So I get that, keeping him for a season. But should have split the games. So have Lundqvist, half of the games, and then the other half of the games be split between Igor and Georgiev.
Yeah. Which, now that they're like pretty much doing that, well, I know Igor, he was in like a car accident.
Yeah.
But he's doing better in recovering, so he'll be back soon.
Exactly. And Georgiev is doing a great job, I think, of holding it down.
Like...
He's still young, so he's making some rookie mistakes.
And like, yeah, he let 5 goals through the other night, but that was the Caps.
Well,
so like that is
you got to give Ovi
Ovechkin
yeah,
and the Capitals.
He's gonna hit the record if he hasn't already. He's gonna break the record.
That's one of those games where it's like
What record?
The 700 goals.
Yeah.
Oh, you already got
He
that.
already got
Okay,
that.
then
got
he,
that
but
against
he's
the
on.
Devils.
But he's still on a roll to keep continuing going past
But,
it.
like,
So
He
that's
got
what I'm
it
saying.
against the Devils.
I'm okay with like.
Oh, that's right.
Like I'm okay with Georgiev giving up those 5 goals because that's just
well,
like
the Capitals are good. They're a Stanley Cup winning team now.
They won just like 1 or 2 years ago, and now they're tied with Philly for like top of the Metro. So like
Scary, though.
That is a different level of like the Flyers and Capitals are way above the Rangers.
Yeah.
So the fact that the Rangers were able to win, I'm like I give them props, but then they lost both games to Philly.
Yeah, but you know what? But given everybody in their conference, or I'm sorry, division rather, they're not terrible. The
No.
Devils or the Rangers, they're not as terrible.
Even the Devils,
so
like
you start comparing them to the West, and
Like-
it's gonna look
even
hairy.
like the Devils are the worst in the Metro, but they're only 2 games under 500.
That's what I mean. It's
That's
like,
not that bad when you look at LA, who's like 26-35, Anaheim's 27-32. Detroit already was eliminated from playoff contention. They've been eliminated for like a week or 2 now. They only have like 15 wins. So like you take a look at like Detroit and how awful they are, and like even the Devils, like if they had a slightly better beginning, they'd be right there.
Yeah.
and then look at Boston too.
if it
Though. So,
wasn't for that 6-game losing streak to start the season.
yeah,
Which like, I know like that sounds dull, like if it wasn't just for that, but like seriously, if the Devils went 3-3,
Yeah. Who knows what?
who knows
would
where they
happen.
could be? So like the Metro, like
but you
Paul
see our
might have not
conference
been
though?
traded.
what about the conference, like the whole Eastern Conference?
Well, yeah, our Eastern Conference, like the Devils are nowhere near reaching Bruins.
Isn't it
I mean,
weird
I'm sorry,
though?
the Capitals rather. They're
Isn't
nowhere
it-
reaching the Bruins.
Isn't it weird how like the past couple of years, like across sports championships have been like so like they're intertwined kind of, like how the Blues won last year,
Thank God.
and
they
then
needed it.
Kansas City wins the Super Bowl.
Which I like stuff like you mean like smaller market teams kind
Well,
of.
no,
he's
just
trying to
like-
say that
just
just
how
9/11's
they're-
an inside job.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like how
Steel beams.
like all these.
he's
It's just weird how they all
that
like
another
go.
He's
trying to get
together
the dots
like
between the
that.
grassy knoll and from like 63 to like 2001. Like he's trying to connect all the dots here. That's what it seems
Or
like.
it's-
But there,
No,
there's
but
like a
I know
lot
what
of,
you mean.
like-
Like there is common between the championships.
I mean, how weird was it that in the span of like 1 to 2 years we had the Capitals and the Nationals win?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one year,
Like-
all I think it was 2 years ago, it was all one like the first time.
yeah.
Like the Capitals won,
Capitals, the Blues,
Astros,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 2017. Ooh. But no, they. Despite what I want, they're still champions.
Wah, wah.
2017 still counts, even though it shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah, you know, because the MLB is like, you're going to crack down on this one. Set an example for every other team who's
And
thinking
like
about doing
the
this. and they haven't done
Warriors were
shit.
really good, and the San Francisco Giants were really good,
Yeah.
and then they just fell off a cliff.
I think it's cool when you see like even though I don't like the Capitals, it was nice to see them at least win because
Because
hey,
fuck the Penguins.
yeah, basically I like Ovechkin.
You're
Like-
not a Penguins fan. Stop.
Like
Do you-
I like Ovechkin, so it was good to see Ovechkin win, but also like for real, fuck the Penguins.
Nuke
nuke the
I don't know
Penguins.
what Stanley Cup final it was, but I know it
Nuke
was,
the
I think
Ice
it was
Caps.
Chicago versus Philly, and it was like Game 7 or something, and then
The Cubs?
Patrick Kane scored, I think, or somebody
okay.
scored, and nobody knew where
Blackhawks.
the puck was.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
they're just like, he's running and he's like celebrating, and the team
It's right
celebrating. And it's
there.
just really quiet. And it was in the net, and it's just in Philly, and it's just dead silent.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear the sticks hitting the ice when they throw them.
Well, I mean, I can't even imagine being in any city, any stadium for like a championship final game. Like I can't imagine being in like what's a baseball team like? This is meaner than I want it to be, but like what would be like a pretty irrelevant like MLB team
Brewers.
I went to Milwaukee too, but I think they're pretty relevant now.
right now? They are
I would say.
How about the Expos? They're already
Pirates?
Pirates.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, actually.
so like if you
Orioles.
Or Reds?
so like if you go to
Oh,
like
God,
the
yeah.
Pirates.
Sox.
I forgot about them.
Like you go like really bad team and they somehow made it to like a championship like and like
The
a fluke,
Astros?
like a total fluke, and they lose, like that would imagine like that'd be devastating for like any team, like any fan. But knowing how insane Philly fans are, I could not imagine being in like Wells Fargo Center for like Game 7 and losing. I could not imagine the atmosphere there.
No. I would want to be there for that.
I kind of do.
But no, you know what? How about hockey? Let's just say that the Red Wings finally pull shit together. I know it's not possible. I'm saying,
I don't
let's
want
just
them
say,
to.
That's what I'm saying. So you would be pissed off if they made it to the Stanley Cup and
I want
won.
them to have
You'd be like, who the hell are they paying off? To get,
Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Pizza. You said they only have 15 wins this year. I want this. I wanted to be like,
they're that bad?
They've
they're 15
already been Brandon. They've been eliminated. They've been eliminated from the playoffs. They were eliminated officially like 2 weeks ago.
They're 31-31. How do you suck that bad?
They're 15.
You got to try to suck that bad.
They are 15 and 48.
Oh my
They're
god.
15-48 plus 5 overtime losses.
So like,
17-38.
It's just 53.
they were officially eliminated like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. Like it's awful.
They're
I love it though. I love it.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I have no reason to hate them.
Oh my god.
I have no reason to hate them now because as a kid I really liked Colorado.
No, because it's like making fun of a mentally challenged kid at this point.
No. It's just the reason I'm just maybe it's all the Little Caesars they're eating.
I think it's funny
my
how
God.
the
They're too
Sabres
fat.
were like really good
Yeah.
to begin, and now they're basically even with the Devils, kind of. they're like 2 points ahead of the Devils.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say
I said Buffalo was really good.
I'm gonna say this
They're
right
counted
now.
for next year though with the Seattle team.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that?
Well, it's
that's
21,
2
but I'm
years,
saying,
2 years, like not next season, but the year after.
and they still haven't released the team name yet.
Did they? I'm
don't-
pretty
no.
sure they did. Yeah,
I don't-
They did.
I don't-
They definitely did. They definitely did.
Let's take a look.
I forget what.
You can think you're right, but you're wrong.
While you guys are looking that up, I'm going to say out of all the teams in the East, the Eastern Conference, I'm most afraid of in like the playoffs. Obviously, Boston.
They really? I thought they did.
No.
I could have swore. I thought it was the Kraken.
Why would it be the Kraken?
That's what I thought. That's what it was.
And on a list of hockey team names, that's at the bottom of like shitty names. At the top, rather.
Wait.
Bring back Seattle Supersonics.
Seattle NHL
Yes.
franchise responds to the rumors about selecting Kraken as team name.
Yeah, thank you. Release the Kraken.
Oh, that could be a hint right there when they tweeted, while we are aware of some fishy rumors, it's going to be a fish. Seattle Swordfish.
No.
So I'm gonna read.
The Red Robots. Seattle Red
Seattle
Robots.
Oh, so you don't even know. We have
idiot.
PCA teams.
I love 'em,
Dave
but I
was
hate
like,
'em.
come up with a team name. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why?
Don't worry,
And I
I'll
just
send an
did-
email.
I did a team
now I have to
generator, and I
worry.
got Red Robots, and he was like, okay, so what's your team name? It was Red Robots.
He's like, all
It's
right.
stuck.
Okay.
So now I'm a Red Robot for whatever
Yeah,
freaking
you are.
reason.
God, you guys are losers.
You're my boss.
Fucking
you're,
nerd.
you're my higher up, but I have to encourage you to do better with PCA.
No.
That's weird.
You can try to encourage me all you
You got to
want.
do really well, by the way. I'm not taking it seriously,
Neither am I.
but
I'm
I
winning.
also want to win.
We're going to win.
We're losing bad right now. Faith had 100% the other day.
Just watch. Oh, that. No
She had-
fair. You're cheating.
She had 100% the other day, so now they're like 20 points ahead of us.
No.
But
I'll knock her off her post.
I want to win. Connor won't listen to this, so I want to win. I want to beat them. I don't know what we're getting out of
he
it.
doesn't even play drums right. No mounted toms.
Love you, Connor. If you're listening to this, even though I know you're not.
So I got some facts I'm gonna share. I think the Flyers.
Look at that fucking nerd.
Well, you can blame NBC for this. They're the nerds.
CNN.
So I think the Flyers have potential to be like real serious contenders this year. Since January 8th, the Flyers are 18-5-1 with league leading 91 goals since January 8th.
Little food for thought.
In that stretch, no team has more points than the Flyers, 37 points. The only other team with 37 points are the Bruins. So basically, since January, Philly is right up there with Boston. Let's see. The Flyers, with the win over the Hurricanes, the Flyers will finish the 2019-20 regular season with a 10-0-2 record against Carolina, Washington, and Columbus. Last season, they were 0-10-2. Flyers are 16-4-4 with a plus 25 goal differential against the Metropolitan Division. The Flyers are scary.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
Like I feel like they're not getting enough, like, because everybody's talking about the Bruins because
they're point proven of how a rebuild actually works.
I mean,
As
they're
much
not
as
getting-
you hate seeing your team lose,
yeah.
you need to do this. Like
They're-
that's what the Rangers are doing. But
I feel good about the Rangers' future.
I do.
And like this season though,
What do you got to say?
when it comes,
He's got the face on like I want to say something.
do you want to say something?
About what?
You're looking like you want to say something, so
No.
okay.
Say it, huh?
I just swallowed and I was worried that I was going to come through the mic.
I was worried I was going to throw up.
At least he swallowed. Spitters are quitters.
Ew.
Hey, whoa, wait, where are we going with this?
But like this year,
Have you seen the Logan Paul podcast where they had
I hate him.
I know who
Riley,
he is, but
Riley Reed, the porn star, in there, and she like puts her mouth over the mic.
Gross.
She has this mic, and she's like she's
I
shoving.
love
it-
how he remembered that name. Riley Reed.
I think that's the one
all I know about
Chinese back tat down her spine.
why do you know
Why
that?
do you know that?
I'm older.
The only thing I know about
I
Logan
don't think that's her,
Paul
though.
is
Probably is.
wasn't Logan Paul the guy who went to the suicide forest?
Was it Randy James?
Yes.
And he like filmed like dead bodies. What? Did you not hear about that?
How do I get that job?
So you go to Japan and there's a thing called the suicide forest.
I thought it was called coronavirus.
Well, if you want that, you go to Italy. Apparently, you can get some really good pizza and then you can die.
I don't know what her Instagram.
The food is to
but
die for.
It was Riley Reed.
That's an
sure?
awful joke.
My life depends on this.
Let's see what else.
Yep.
What else? Some interesting stats. Other than Carl
Dear God.
Hart is what?
The second I hit images, I regretted that.
Let's see. Also,
Did you actually regret it, or are you just saying that?
Hang on.
Hang on, I don't know yet.
Back tat. Told you. I knew
I don't think that's not her.
That's her. Trust me, it's her. No, because when I typed into Google, they have...
so Brandon, check this out. So Flyers goalie Carter Hart. Apparently we're at home. The Flyers are 24-5-4 at home. 19 of those wins were from Hart. Yeah.
It is. It was her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her. She has bangs. That's the only thing that's different. I know my point stars.
I don't.
Score update: Devils 2-1.
Let's see how long that lasts.
2-2. Damn it.
4-2.
And it's the top of the sixth, and the Mets and the Astros are tied.
The season's over.
Mets going all the way. Orioles beating the Yankees, top of the sixth. It's gonna be Orioles Mets.
What, the final?
Yeah, it's gonna.
In the World Series?
Yes.
The Mets don't stand a chance. They can't even manage correctly.
Have the the Pirates actually won a couple games. They won today, 19-13.
Isn't it preseason?
It's spring training, yes.
Oof.
They're 3-11.
None of this matters.
No, it really doesn't.
It's like watching college baseball. Okay. And?
No, I'm looking at the soccer schedule because nobody cares about
When is the
soccer
Little League
besides
World
me.
Series? That's all I care about.
Rutgers plays their last game tomorrow.
The Red Bulls play their second game.
I think Rutgers is
They
going to make
won
it
recently, didn't they?
They won at the game I was able to go to. It was the home opener where they played FC Cincinnati.
That's right. Fuck Cincinnati.
They should have won 3-1, but they derped.
They won. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
You
can't expect much from the Red Bulls.
Especially this year with the Red Bulls, I can see them making a real big push to get into the playoffs or being one of the worst in the East. Like,
Either way, they did something.
because they let go.
It's a move.
Basically, imagine, I'm going to use the Devils as my example. So, I'm really bad with names because also I'm tired. So, like, hey, it's alive. Who was like a really good Devils, like, offensive player and like a defensive guy in like the early 2000s? Like, just name some, like,
for the Devils,
like fan favorite, like
Elias,
and like
Danico.
Gomez or something like that.
Stevens.
Okay, Elias, Stevens, Bordeaux, right? Take those three. Imagine the Devils releasing all three of them in a span of like 2 months out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how you
That
were
would-
you were like, what?
What?
That's basically what the Red Bulls did. They got rid of their keeper, Bradley Wright Phillips, who was like one of their best offensive players, and Kamal Lawrence, who was one of their good. That was all of us Red Bull fans just going like. So they like got rid of all these people, and they have all these young kids, but it seems like the chemistry is really good. So like overall, the first half of the game, the first half of the Cincinnati game, they were like playing really, really good. Then the second half of the game, they looked really flat, and they let Cincinnati get a goal the first minute of the second half. So as soon as the game, like the second half started, 1 minute in, Cincinnati got a goal, and it was like the dumbest thing. But then they got another goal because basically the goalkeeper, in soccer, like, so basically they kicked the ball to the goalkeeper, Jensen, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of just grabbing the ball, he fell onto his knees to grab the ball. But like he didn't grab the ball, it bounced off him. So the two Red Bull defenders stopped running because they were just like, oh, Jensen's got it. And then he fell onto his knees. So there was no Red Bull player there. And Jensen,
He doesn't got it.
Jensen is on his knees and the ball went past him. So there was literally no one to stop. So since he just took the ball and kicked it in, so it was like 3-2. And it was just like, they won 3-2, so they got the points. But like, that was the dumbest, like, that was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. But like, their
I
main.
feel like it's not the first time he's been on his knees.
Well, funny thing. So the good goalkeeper we had, they got rid of, right? We're gonna have another keeper. I think Mira was his name. Is his name? But he was originally going to be the Red Bull starter keeper years ago, but he got injured. So then they put Luis Robles in, who was like basically a brick wall. So he was the starter for years. So they let him go. So then Mira's going to come back in, and he got injured. So then the Red Bulls signed a goalie, I think from like England. So it's like, oh well, he's going to be good if he's from England. And I'm like, why did you do that? Like, he played fine for most of the game.
He
But
was
like,
used to playing cricket, not soccer.
but like that was just really dumb. But they're playing Real Salt Lake
Thus
tomorrow.
proving that every New York team makes bad decisions.
Yes. I feel like New York is like cursed.
Yeah.
Like the Rangers are looking good right now, but like they've been
Curse
cursed.
of Copernicus.
But it's okay because I'm convinced they're still cursed. The Islanders are cursed.
Yeah.
The Giants are going to be cursed. The Jets.
They
Or
just
the
suck.
Jets, the Mets
They
or
probably
the
are
Mets.
the only New York team that isn't cursed. They just suck.
The Jets. And the Mets. Like, what's the more Mets?
Jets, just end the season. Mets, my entire team sucks.
Well, I mean, I can't even say the Giants are cursed. They're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to replace? What was the fucking coach? Pat. What was his name for the Giants? The Giants coach.
Shermer?
Shermer. Yeah. Oh my God. That's how unmemorable he
And then
was.
you try to replace him with Beltran.
So they replaced Pat Shermer with who? Joe Judge. Okay. Cool. Good. That's exactly what the Giants needed. They needed the Patriots special teams coach.
I thought you were talking about the Mets for a second.
No, the Giants.
I was like, okay.
So-
oh, yeah, that's right.
They got rid of Pat Shermer, who at least was an offensive coordinator.
Bring back McAdoo.
He was a bad head coach, but he was at least an offensive coordinator. So they replaced him with the Patriots special teams coach.
Well, wasn't
Emphasis on special.
Well, if you're going to take that job for the Giants, I mean,
It's a little bit special.
yeah, I mean, like on one hand, that would be cool because they are one of like the iconic teams like in history, but like recent history for the Giants is bad.
Yeah.
Like it's bad.
This just in.
oh, the pain, bro.
New York Giants hire
angry.
mentally challenged offensive coordinator. I like these. Makes sense.
I'm not angry. Fuck. Like, that's Tom Coughlin, I bet. Which actually, I also read on completely unrelated to the Giants, but still NFL. I think the Jaguars are trying to trade Nick Foles. I think they're trying to get rid of Nick Foles already. I'm not angry. Fuck. I'm not angry, but
They're making room for
that's
Brady.
the Eagles fans right now?
the thing is, I don't know how angry Eagle fans would be. Let's see. So is Foles going?
You're one of them.
I mean, I'm not angry. Fuck. I'm not angry. Fuck.
Well, I have a
Jaguars-
sound clip that says
Says
otherwise.
I'm not angry right now. I'm not angry. Fuck. Oh, I can find plenty of reasons to be angry, just not right now. Fuck. And apparently they're not actively trying to trade him. Man, imagine that though. You spent all the money on Nick Foles, and then after
Where's the button?
you know, that was when we were making fun of Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
about kids going to war.
That's like when they come out of the plane. Like, where's the
Button.
Oh God.
We had so many good drops talking about that
need
though. Call of
dominoes.
Duty. Survival of the fittest.
Black Bear Deli.
That episode, I think that's our best one by a mile.
Wait, how do I respawn?
Where's my kill streaks?
I knifed you. No fair.
Wow, the graphics are awesome. Yeah, that was really like the
Whoa, it's like 3D.
that's like the best episode.
Yeah, here's a stick. Go poke around for martyrs.
Speaking of best episode and Call of Duty and stuff, I finally got a capture card, so I can actually record footage finally.
Nice.
But guess what? I don't have a day off. I don't know when my
Heyo.
I don't know when
I'm
my-
totally playing Call of Duty all night.
I'm not because I'm going to be way too tired and have to be up early. But
I'm calling out.
nice.
Why?
Unless he's
I
not.
feel like it. And it works because Dave opens the store. Mitch is there from 12 to 8, so 1 hour doesn't make a difference.
Imagine in that last hour, it's a total pandemonium.
Yeah, he can handle it.
Yeah, you can.
And we can.
Hey,
We got it.
Let's pretend none of that happened. What happened? Ooh, awkward silence. My favorite.
I was playing Call of Duty before,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you know the new game mode. It's gunfight where it's like 2v2.
I haven't played Call of Duty in like months.
You have a set class, like
Okay.
it can be anything,
Okay.
and everybody has the same thing, and you have to win 2v2. And it goes by rounds, so first to 6 wins. I had a level 8 on my team. The person was in front of him, and he had this shotgun. One shot.
All he
In
needed.
front of him for 3 seconds. Like, he's just like, huh? And then he dies.
Like, there was an enemy in front of him,
Yeah.
and he just wasn't like shooting.
Yeah. It was just like, huh? Huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Who
Let's send him to war.
That's really the only way you and me are gonna ever be good at Call of Duty. All the really good kids have to go to war
For reals.
for real, and then it's like
In
finally.
order to buy this game,
My
you
time
have to
has
serve
come.
a year in the military. If you survive the first year, you're good.
But, like, I had a crazy conspiracy theory about.
We need Domino's.
I had
True.
I had a crazy conspiracy theory a couple years ago. So there was a shooter for the PC
Got a
called.
free pizza, I think.
You should.
I know.
You should find out if you do. So
hungry.
there was a PC game, and I think it was free. It was called America's Army, and it was like it was a first-person shooter, but it was actually like,
So it's Pornhub. Hey up. I like juice.
but it was like, oof. But it was
We
like
went there.
it was like
I said juice,
Juice.
not juice.
Speaking of Jews,
Lakewood.
no, this is actually going somewhere. Do you watch the pizza? Do you watch Barstool, like the pizza reviews they do?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched one today where Dave wasn't there, so Frankie was the one doing the review, and he had a different guy like holding the camera.
I can only
so
imagine.
Frankie walked out. I think the guy's name was Ronnie. So Frankie walks out of the pizza shop and he's like, "All right, Ronnie." I'm like, "This is so weird," but they were at some pizza place called, ironically, Frankie's in like the city. It used to be called, I think, like Bravo Pizza, and it was like a kosher Jewish pizzeria. And apparently the Jewish owners there were like incredibly like hostile, and they like made fun of like Dave and like Barstool. Like they were like nasty apparently. So this new place that opened up, like they bought the pizzeria from like the original owners. Keep in mind, this was like a kosher pizza place. They have a giant sign in the window that says "We are not kosher." And I'm like, man, they're doing that just to say "fuck you." Like it's kind of mean, but that's hilarious.
I got 40 more points till I get the free pizza. I was supposed to have one. What the hell they
Well,
do
then
to
you
it?
better start ordering pizzas.
See, I just use the coupons, and it doesn't get over $10.
They give you the same coupons in the app.
Yeah. Yeah, I use the app. And
That's
I just
okay.
use the
I thought you meant use like little
Wait,
coupons. I'm like,
no,
you understand this
no,
is 2020, right?
At least the Domino's over here doesn't give a shit if I order a one topping large pizza for instead of like the 3
Yeah.
topping.
Speaking of 2020, want to hear something funny? So
My vision. It's not 2020.
Same though. No, but like I wanted to help Katie with a credit card bill, so I was gonna like send her a little bit of money for my paycheck, and I was getting ready to write a check, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Getting a check," and she's like,
No.
"Just Venmo," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, Venmo, that's a thing,"
Just let it happen.
and I'm just like. It made me realize. It made me feel old. That's one of those moments where I'm like, "Fuck, I'm old."
Look at that fucking nerd.
I'm just like, well, let me get my checkbook, my routing number, and my account number.
When did you become 80?
I've always like, I still have my original checkbook from when I opened my account in like 2009. I don't use checks that often, but like sometimes I do.
Nerd.
Like, yeah, so.
I accept it.
But there's a reason I brought up the capture card.
Yeah, you're helping for Katie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was just funny because I was gonna pull out a check and she's like, "What?" What was my original point? Capture card, so I can record footage.
You don't have time.
Don't have a day off yet. Yeah, I wanted to start actually recording like footage for some videos because I actually got some ideas. Like, did you play the original Xbox? Really?
Mm-mm.
Do you know anything about it?
Not really.
Because like, I love the original Xbox. It's probably my favorite system like ever. The original one from like 2001. And it's responsible for a lot of the things we have like in games now that like people take for granted. It's like I want to do a video on it, but I'm gonna be working 7 days this week, so I'm just like shit. But that paycheck is gonna be nice.
But that paycheck, though.
Yeah, because think about it, right? So I'm gonna be working at least 6 days this week, doing 8 hours a day, right? I'm going to be working Sunday. I don't know how long that's going to be, but like I'm definitely making overtime this week. And my overtime, which is like pay and a half. So I'm going to be making like almost 30 an hour, like overtime. So it's like, ooh. It's going to be a good check, but fuck. I just want a day off so I can record footage. Because remember, I think it was like the first episode we did, Nick, after like the holidays. And I was talking about like, the goals I want to do, like my mission statement. And I'm like, I want to make more videos. Like, that wasn't bullshit. I do.
Yeah.
It was tough to do it then because I didn't have the capture card. And, like, I didn't want to buy one because I didn't know when I was going to start working. now I have the equipment. It's just like, I don't have the time. Because, like, while I'm working, I want to keep working on videos and shit. Because, like, that's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm trying to be positive because, like, I'm gonna be making a lot of money. It's just I'm so tired. My feet hurt. My feet hurt so bad. Oh, the pain, bro. Now, whenever you listen to whenever you listen to Joe and Evan, you're just gonna hear Joe going like, oh, and then Evan go. That's basically what it sounds like.
I love it.
Like, you listen to the show, right? Mm-hmm. Am I not wrong? It's basically what Joe and Evan are.
It totally is.
Joe's like, the pain. And then Evan's just going like a mile a minute, like, the nets.
That's what happened. They expired. I've been trying to figure out Domino's this whole time, just so you know, guys. I had a free pizza. It expired on me.
Ooh, cool. My friends they released another. What? Oh, that's good. That's good for tomorrow. I can listen to that. Another podcast. Now I'm addicted to podcasts. Like, do you ever get into that? Like, is it just me? Like, I'll try to listen to music and then just like nothing sounds appealing to me.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to listen to music right now.
Like,
I get like that sometimes.
I've been in that for like weeks now. Like, I just don't want to listen to music. So like when I'm working, I'm just listening to podcasts, or like I'll put a YouTube video that's like informative, and I'm not watching. I just put the phone in my pocket, just listening to like the video, and I'm just like, I go through these like little periods where I just don't listen to music, but this one's lasting for a real long time.
Isn't it really annoying how you can't have the YouTube app playing without it open?
I know, it's dumb.
That's like the most annoying thing, and nobody ever brings it up.
I think I could be wrong.
And the ads. Let's not forget about the ads.
I'm whatever with the ads. I can deal with that.
I can't.
I can, because if I'm a content creator, like I want to be eventually, this show, we would need ads at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, on that level. But I'm saying when I'm trying to listen to something, I don't want the ads. That's me personally.
If it's free though,
It's a love-hate relationship.
Like, for example, like,
Yeah, you're right. If it's free,
like I'll be
you
watching,
gotta suck it up.
like, me and Katie on Hulu, right? We're watching The Golden Girls because that show is great.
It is.
And
The grandmother's the best.
oh yeah,
Or the mother, rather.
oh god,
The hell's her name?
not Dorothy, Rose, Blanche, Sophia.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, you know, we start the show and there's like a 30-second ad from Hulu, plays the title, and then there's like a 60-second ad. I'm like, yeah, that kind of blows, but
Oh, I pay so I don't have commercials.
we have the cheaper ones. We have commercials. But like, it's not that bad. And honestly, we were watching, I think, Friends on like TV. My God, it was like 3 minutes straight.
Oh, I know. Like in that, if I had that, I wouldn't complain too, because they isolate them. They put them
Yeah.
in the middle of things
But,
where
like,
it's not
just
interfering with what you're trying to
Watching
watch.
YouTube and Hulu and I guess Netflix for a couple of years, and then going back to watching regular like
Oh, it
TV.
fucking
Like, oh my
sucks.
God.
Yeah.
Like, I am no longer going to complain about ads on YouTube. It ain't nothing.
No, you're right. And they also occasionally give you the option to skip them, and they're really not that long.
Yeah.
The longest there are is maybe 30 seconds.
Like, I have an ad blocker on my web browser, but I actually disable it for YouTube for like the content creators I do like.
Yeah.
There's actually one content creator. I did block ads on YouTube at one point, but then I actually went to his website and I donated money to him. Cause like I like the videos. He used to work for Microsoft and like he did like really cool videos. And I'm like, hey dude, so like I have ad blocker on, but like I donated like $20. That's all I could do. Just letting you know. I sent like in an email. He actually read the email and responded. And he's like, honestly, Google like ad revenue's not that great. So that $20 you sent me, he's like, dude, you can have ad blocks on me for like years. You're fine. Thanks, man. And I'm just like, sick. So like guilt-free blocking ads, at least on his channel. But because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm coming from the mindset of like, I want to do what they do.
Yeah.
And I know ads like,
I complain about ads, but I do completely get it. And especially now, like not even just for like podcasts, but like musicians too. Like, you can just illegally download the shit It's
like I used to download.
the bands don't see that money
I used to
unless you
download.
buy their stuff.
Like I used to download
So-
music and PC games and Windows and lots of shit. Then when I joined my old metal band in like 2010, I myself sunk over $1,000 into a shitty studio album. That was myself. That's not the band. That was my own money. I spent $1,000, I think. And after that, I'm like, I am never fucking downloading anything like illegally again.
Because now
this
you
is a
understand
piece-
how much money goes into it.
That album, I'm very proud I did it because it's cool to have my name on a studio album, but it was a piece of shit album. It was bad. It was awful.
And you
it-
spent $1,000 on
myself.
It doesn't even satisfy.
Because we went to a studio.
Show it to Nick.
Because we went to a
it.
studio.
I want to hear it.
I'm not even lying. I don't actually even think I have copies of the album. I think I got rid of them. Oh, look. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
About to say, what's the band?
Yeah, I want to hear it through the speakers.
We'll do it after the podcast
Yeah.
is done.
I got you.
Can we put it? Hey, we can legally put it as the opening song because it's you.
No. I will edit.
It's our theme song.
I'm not angry. Fuck. I would actually be angry. But like, it took that experience for me to realize like, wow, this is kind of shitty, like downloading stuff. And even like people go like, yeah, well, I'm gonna download the album anyway because like the band doesn't see the money. And I'm like, okay, true, but if the record label doesn't get money from
They
that
don't
band's
get
album,
money.
they're not going to support the band.
Congratulations, you're stupid on 2 levels.
So you guess what? Dumbass, you have to buy the album.
Yeah.
Even if the band doesn't get the money, that label probably helps them with touring or helps
Yeah,
them
but
somehow.
it's like,
in
how
some
do you think
capacity.
that they get paid? Other people have to get paid in order for other people to get paid.
And
See how that works?
And I'm
It's like-
sorry when people say, "Oh, well, I buy the music directly from the artist," and like I'm sure some people do, but I know, like I forgot the name of the band. This one band it was like a kind of bigger band. They put stuff on like Bandcamp or whatever, and it was like a pay what you want thing.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Oh, well, if I don't force like a $10 fee or whatever, and I give people the choice, they're gonna feel pretty good and spend money." And no, they didn't. They typed in 0, and he didn't make a lot of money.
Oh wow! 'Cause my friend's local band did that. Well, at the time, Proletariat, they did that. But I know I did it, but there's a few other people that did.
It was a
actually
local band?
donate. Yeah, it was a local band.
That's the different thing.
Well,
With local
I
bands-
know, but
Score
you still
update.
could. Are they losing?
3-1.
Nice.
Shut up. But no, but they still gave the choice too. You could put 0. I know a few people did put 0.
Local bands, I
because
view,
they know that's how they get paid.
I view local bands as a different thing because like
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's like a local band, like I used to go to the shows at some bar in Manville when I used to work in Bridgewater, and like I knew the bands, like I knew the dudes personally, so like yeah, I bought the records because like they're my friends. But like if you see some random band on the internet and you don't know who they are, and you have an option to like pay what you want and you don't have to pay anything, chances are someone's going to pay nothing. Like maybe I'm just being really cynical, but that's just what I expect of people. Like,
Score update 4-1.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
What
But,
the fuck?
But
It's all set up for Corey. Put Blackwood in now.
What, to lose it? Yes.
Put Blackwood in now.
It's the second period. Why are you getting excited? They have a whole other
It's
period to lose.
4-1.
There's still plenty of hockey left.
4-1.
20 minutes.
oh, that's cool.
To fuck it up.
1.
They added at the
I
section
can do math.
at the section I sit at for the Red Bull games. They
It's being
added
reviewed.
they added what's called safe standing. So basically, because we're all the drunken idiots that like stand and dance for the whole game. So basically, they made the area bigger so there's more space for you to stand.
It's fine. You don't want to sit. Buy chairs.
So they actually added seats. So like, if you want to sit, but look, they have cup holders in the back. You know how happy that makes me. The seats we had last year didn't have fucking cup holders.
The Phillies even had the cup holders back there.
I mean,
Come on, you can afford it.
Citizens Bank Park's actually a really nice stadium. And
It is.
I'm not. Red Bull Arena is one of the best soccer stadiums in the country. Like it's a fantastic stadium.
Yeah, but to be fair, I probably could hit a home run in Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, you probably could.
It's like a little league
But like,
field.
oh, which reminds me, I know I told you I have my dad, who got the tickets like last year for us to go to, he's doing that same run this year, so we can go again. I have the schedule at home. I need to try to. It's tough for me to tell when I'm not working.
Right.
So we're gonna have to pick a game that's at like 7, and it might be pushing it for me. But like, I could probably send you like digital tickets, and you could probably get there like before I do. But like, I'll send you guys the schedule, and we'll try to figure it out.
Okay.
Because I'm in this weird gray area.
Phillies. See the baseball. Okay.
Well, we have 4 tickets,
Okay.
so like, I was gonna go. Katie's gonna go.
Yeah.
So then we would have 2 left.
Or I could spend the ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could figure that out too.
Yeah, the only thing is
Probably
I
wouldn't be
don't
that much
know
for
what
one.
row or what section I have. So I have no way of like,
Well, until the day of, or when would you?
I don't remember when
I'm trying to remember what
tickets.
happened last
'Cause
year.
I know I had like a digital ticket. I had to like download like the MLB app, and I do some weird bullshit. It was weird. If I can find out like the tickets, like the seats and everything, we can do that. But like, despite that aside, I do want to go to like another game like this year at least because it's fun. But
I plan on going to a Giants game.
Did they recall it?
No,
Okay.
it was incidental contact. Wait.
It went down to 3-1.
Oh no, yeah, it was wiped away. Never mind. I misread it.
Score update. They still suck.
wow, the Phillies beat the Tigers today 9-0.
I could do that.
Damn.
One-handed. Blindfolded.
I'm trying to
Right,
look up.
Tigers. They suck.
Trying to look up
Detroit
the,
Tigers.
Yeah,
I'm looking up the.
even though they obliterated Garrett Cole yesterday.
It's true.
I'm looking up the Phillies schedule just so I can kind of have a. We can kind of like brainstorm a little bit. Oh God.
I don't have a brain.
And I don't have any storms.
Hey yo.
I'm not angry. Fuck. Aren't I just full of drops?
And hi, you stinker.
And- What do you-
We need dominoes. Is
So-
that me who said that? Thought so.
Okay, so it would be a home game.
Black Bear Deli Meats.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's so great.
I don't even know what voice that was. Like I know.
Bear
I,
deli meats.
I was trying to do like Joe Beningo. That was very obviously not Joe.
It was close though.
Was it?
No.
I was gonna say it wasn't close at all.
And so the Knights are and the Golden Knights are getting their shit tossed.
What's-
2-0 Winnipeg.
Well, how is Winnipeg doing this year? Eh? I
Probably
remember
sucking.
They're doing bad.
Probably.
Oh,
Let me see.
let's see. So
Yeah.
the game. So the only
Yeah,
game.
Winnipeg is 21 out of 31.
Yeah, they're
They're not
they're
even in the
still-
wild card, right? or no?
They're in the race though.
So I'm looking at the Phillies schedule, and without having the paper in front of me, I'm not 100% sure if these games are available. But like I'm taking a look, they're playing. They're playing.
They're tied for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
It looks like early in April.
Are they? It didn't look like it.
They're 70. They have the same amount of points as the Canucks that are in the second wild card spot.
Yeah, but they also have Nashville's the same thing.
yeah,
I'm looking at the league standards, so there's 3 of them that are tied for that wild card.
yeah. There's
Four,
actually
ac-
4. There's the Coyotes too.
Wow, they're just barely hanging on.
But the Canucks have 2 games in hand.
The Canucks.
Predators have 1.
Yeah, the Canucks. They can die.
Go
Nuke,
Canuck yourself.
nuke the Canucks.
Nuke them.
Nuke. Yeah.
Nuketown?
No. Not Nuketown.
Oh,
That map sucks.
it's amazing. What are you talking about?
Tango down.
It sucks, and everybody wants it in every single game. And I'm like, wait, no, was that? Yeah, there's
did it?
Nuketown. Yeah. It's also like in
No, it is a
Halo.
shitty map.
It's like
I hate shipment.
yeah. So did I.
It is the worst. Rust. I love Rust. Shipment is terrible.
Shipment.
Shipment is shit.
Mint.
It is mint. It's gold.
McShitty.
We were playing. This fucking guy was running around with the fucking shotgun, jumping up, got 50 kills on shipment, talking all this shit. He's like trash after like the
Squash,
when everybody can talk, and then we get into another game with the same guy, and we're on Shoot House, the map that I really like.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'll try not to shit on you guys again," and then we beat them. We beat them.
Let's look at the top one.
It's very.
Who sucks more?
It's very possible Detroit could end
It's
this.
2-0 now.
Wow.
I just look down and I see 2.
The last place team.
It's very possible Detroit could possibly end this year with having like at most 20 wins.
They're in 31. Can you imagine if they ended just in 30th place?
Like
So they're still like they still
s-
suck,
they're
but they're
so-
not as bad as that last place team.
they're so bad that the NHL's like, you know what? Seattle doesn't come until next year. You're already worse than Seattle.
I mean, the next worst team.
Who won the
It's the
Stanley Cup in
Senators.
2020? Seattle. They weren't even a team then. Exactly.
Point at your point.
They have 30 points less than the Devils.
I know. like I'm saying, the Devils are the worst team in the Metro, and they're only 2 games under 500.
My God.
Assuming you win today,
Well,
you're going
I
to be
mean,
one game.
Well, I mean, there's overtime losses too.
I know.
So they're
I know,
technically
but-
20, 26, and 40.
Yeah, but you know what I'm.
I mean,
You know what I'm getting at.
it annoys me that it's just kept like that. That's kind of annoying to me. I guess because you get the point for making it to overtime, they have to do that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know you hate me. It's okay.
I don't know. I'm really curious to see. I have a feeling the playoffs this year are going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, can you imagine?
You know what's going to be insane? March Madness. Nobody's going to get anything right. College basketball is insanely
I don't.
doesn't
crazy.
count
I
for
don't,
shit.
I don't watch college basketball.
But like
It's okay.
all the
Neither does anybody
like,
else.
A lot
if
of
you
people
become
do.
if you become a ranked team, you're fucked because you'll lose the next day.
Yeah.
That's how it has been.
You lose in life.
Can you just imagine, though, in the NHL playoffs, seeing Boston, Tampa, like Washington, the Flyers, they're going to have the Blues, Colorado. Like, it's going to be
It's gonna be a little hairy.
stacked. It's going to be a bloodbath. You're still going to have the Penguins in there.
Yeah, I hate that.
Because you have the top 3 teams in each division, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to have if it were to start today, you would have Boston, Tampa, Toronto.
Yeah, but here's the best part: the Rangers have more wins than Pittsburgh.
According to what I'm looking at,
No, they don't.
Pittsburgh is 39.
Oh wait! I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, no. The thing is, the Rangers,
But they're still not that far away.
they're
from
not.
They actually have more wins than the 2 people in the wild card spot now, currently.
Yeah, it's just like the losses and the overtime
Right.
stuff.
But they still have less overtime point or whatever. I don't even know if they would consider them points. Those are probably wins, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, all I know is, considering they're supposed to be rebuilding, I'm very happy with how things have turned out.
No fucking way.
Panarin is like,
Did they just get another goal?
who? Detroit?
No, I got an update, but I guess that was for the 2-0. Never mind. That's so weird.
But like,
But yeah.
dude, like, Rangers, like, fucking, you got Panarin, Zibanejad, like, Zibanejad. Such a, I feel like I'm always saying his name wrong. Like,
Yeah, but the point difference. That's just why I get like the whole like loss thing, but I'm really looking at like
I wish
as
I
we
could
continue to win, we could knock out any other team.
I wish I could do an impression of the Rangers play-by-play.
you can try.
No, I don't want to butcher it.
All of us would butcher it. So I got, I guess, one last thing. This is totally random, but one last thing. When I was listening to my friend's soccer podcast again, they were talking about something very interesting, and I like it, but I don't.
No,
think
I'm
you
just
guys
kidding.
would.
Yo, no free publicity here.
Even though I
Kidding.
tagged them in a post on our. I tagged them in a post on our Facebook. I'm not angry. Fuck.
If you hear this scratching, it's just my beard on the mic.
You know, beards are actually pretty unclean, and with the coronavirus, we should probably shave.
No, because I use a beard wash. I am a gentleman and a scholar.
That's right. Just testing. It's my lovely soft beard, which I'm not.
I'm not shaving this ever.
I'm not gonna. I may trim it.
Dr. Squatch.
Anyway, so you guys did you
No.
guys see on Facebook like the some of the memes about the XFL? Like there was this one meme where it's like
I haven't even really watched the full game.
It's
I
a-
kind of want to though.
it's actually
I
probably
saw parts of one.
it's
but-
it's
actually, I saw the first game.
it's actually probably better than
We
you
were down in Seaside.
it's actually probably better than you think it is. It's not bad.
Well, no, I saw.
It's competent football.
I really like the fact that what's his name? The hell's the idiot from San Francisco? He used to be the QB. Kaepernick.
He's not.
I'm saying I love how he's not in it.
Well-
He's that bad when he had a chance to even have
No, actually, what's-
ties with the NFL.
They talked about why he's not in.
He's an idiot.
It's not because he's even an idiot or like he's bad. Apparently, he demanded such a high salary that the XFL's like, this
Based
is our,
off of one season.
yeah. Basically, the XFL was like, this is our first year. No way in hell we can afford to give you that money.
We're barely making it by as it is.
They're actually doing good for a new league.
Well, I'm saying before that,
Yeah.
like they were just getting it into motion. Like, yeah, I need $10,000 quadrillion. Yeah, okay. There's the door.
But there's this meme that people are posting on Facebook. It's like, imagine the team that finished like the worst record in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, who was the worst team this year?
Browns.
No, not the Browns.
No, they weren't.
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, Bengals. So imagine the Bengals going against the best team in the XFL,
Oh my god. And still losing?
and whoever wins. So like if the XFL team wins, they move to the NFL, and the Bengals will go down to the XFL.
So it's like a SmackDown
So
versus
that was
Raw.
so that was people posting memes on Facebook. What I found out talking to my friends on that podcast.
No
that
WWE fans?
is
Have I got that
actually-
reference? SmackDown versus Raw?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that is. No, you're saying like the
Soccer?
worst team versus
Yeah.
the best team in the NFL.
Is that what wrestling did?
Well, no, the best. Well, yeah, the SmackDown versus Raw. So the winner of that would go to
never,
Raw.
I never really watched wrestling, so I'm not sure. But basically, turns out soccer in Europe does that. So they have multiple leagues. So like,
Oh, wow.
So that's
Well,
actually
Premier being the highest.
I always liked SmackDown over Raw.
so yeah. You have like the Premier League, which is like the top.
Title of your sex tape.
So you have like the Premier League, and then you have like the Italian league, German, Spanish, and all the different leagues. So let's say you have a team in this one league, and they beat a better team. It's possible that the team that's in a bigger league can actually go down, and that team could go up. And that's been a thing in
not
like
angry. Fuck!
European soccer for like apparently like 100 years or something like that. But when you talk about it to like American fans, everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?" So, what's your opinions on that? Like, what would you think if like you have like the NFL and the XFL or like MLB and then like minor league, and like the worst team in like the worst team in like the MLB? So like Orioles or the Reds.
Well, I don't know who finished in last year, but
Let's just say the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah,
Probably
I
was.
I don't actually think it
it's either
was.
that or Pittsburgh maybe.
Or Miami.
Might be actually.
Let's say it was Miami.
But yeah, no, I kind of like that idea, but I don't know of another sport where that would work.
none in America. Like
Like soccer, obviously it works because they do that.
it works in Europe. Though.
Well, yeah,
But
that's what I mean. Like that's what I consider soccer anyway. That's really where it originated.
a lot of the resistance. There's a lot of resistance from American owners because they're like, but like this is like a team in like this league. Why would I want it to go down? But like it's
Well,
working.
they're still gonna get paid.
Yeah, like-
you're still a professional athlete, so you're gonna get paid. It's not like you're gonna
I
lose.
love
anything.
the idea of that, and
anything. It kind of makes you.
it makes
push.
you want to win.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
because
makes you push harder. I mean,
you know what that eliminates? That eliminates tanking.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to want to tank because you're going to go
but
down.
and put it this way, with
going
the
down a
Red
whole
Bull, I'll use the
different
Red
league.
Bulls as an example. Like it may just be that everybody in their league could be better certain years. They're
Yeah.
better than them, and
Yeah.
sometimes it seems like that too. But maybe they would strive in a different division or whatever league.
Yeah,
You don't know. So, like you just said, it eliminates tanking because now you're being put with people that
Yeah.
you may have a chance to actually be competitive with,
Like-
on an equal level.
You can't be.
But I don't know another sport that it would work for.
I love the idea of that, but I just don't know if it would work in America because I don't know if American fans would be up for that.
Well, for soccer, it wouldn't work.
No, I'm not.
I don't
even-
think because we wouldn't have enough space to have all these arenas
Well, the problem.
for that.
I think MLS has a totally different problem. I think MLS is expanding too quick.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. No, you're right.
last year, Cincinnati.
Well, how many leagues are we up to now that
Well,
that we can watch? I'm saying in America.
So I mean, there's a couple
It's-
different leagues. MLS is the big one in America,
right, and
but like just teams in MLS, there's 26 teams.
yeah.
The Red Bulls are not even going. So last year it was Cincinnati's first season. This year it's Miami and Nashville, and I think there's another team or two next year. This year the Red Bulls are not even going to play Nashville. So like a brand new team, and they're not even going to see every single team in the league.
Yeah. How does that even work?
That's like the NFL, though.
it's yeah.
But like I don't know, like because I don't like that.
Because at least like hockey, you play at least
Like
like some of the West Coast teams, like at least once.
And the
you'll play them.
the NFL, like for example, Eagles, they kind of focus on what was it, the AFC East,
Yeah.
right?
I
With
think
the
so.
Patriots and Jets.
Yeah,
That's-
but the
that's
football they
AFC.
change it up because every so often you'll play teams that you don't play
So like this
every
past
so often.
season, the NFC East kind of focused on like the Jets, the Bills, the Patriots. That's why we played them a lot. So like NFL kind of rotates. So like, okay, fine, I get it. And like baseball, like you may play like the Yankees may play like Cincinnati like twice maybe, which I think that's kind of like
They could make it work though. Instead of how like when you're playing in your division, like you'll have a longer series with that team, and then obviously naturally shorter. They could make it a little more shorter so you could play every team a little bit. Instead of having like maybe just facing each other like once or twice, maybe you'll face them 3 times if you just shorten those series with those teams. It could work.
Seriously, could you imagine the Detroit Red Wings going down to like a minor league?
I'm surprised they haven't.
Like
I'm being quite honest. When was the last time they won the cup?
you know why that wouldn't work though? Because I feel like as Americans, that's something we're not. That's like a foreign concept to us. So if like you're a fan of like
Detroit.
if you're a fan of like the Detroit Red Wings, and then all of a sudden they go down to a minor league team, we'll be like, wait, so like we're no longer an NHL team? I feel like people would just stop going.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why it wouldn't work for the Red Wings. Number one is because they're one of the original 6 teams, so they have that going for
I'm just
them.
picking on them because they suck.
And they do, yes. Very much.
And they're definitively the worst team,
Yes.
which makes me happy.
Currently, unless somebody sucks even harder than them, which I
Oh, no,
doubt.
no. It's Detroit by a mile.
Oh, yeah, I know. By a landslide.
But just like, I feel like if a team were to go down into like a different league, I feel like people would just stop going.
I just want to point out
That doesn't happen in Europe, but I feel like that would happen here though.
no one is even close to sucking as hard as them. Like, even
not
the
even
Kings have 26 wins.
I think it's impossible for somebody to be worse than them at this point. I mean, not impossible.
you
but,
haven't seen my high school football team the year I graduated.
No, I'm just saying.
They went
in the
0 and
NHL.
11.
In the NHL.
How do you do that?
You don't win.
We kind of went over a whole bunch of different stuff today.
Yeah, we did.
Ooh, and real quick, taking a look, we're getting a.
Detroit sucks.
I'm not angry. Fuck. We have 207 likes on our Facebook page.
We're growing.
Let's name everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
My mom and dad actually did like the page.
Same.
I invited everybody, and then
That's 6 right there.
I made a post.
Where's the rest of you guys?
I made a post on my Facebook like, hey, I don't typically like doing these mass invite things because I think they're lame, but like, here's my podcast. If you want to listen to it, please at least give it a shot.
My brother said the first 4 people who walked off the plane were Asian. Uh-oh.
3-0.
Did you?
Jets?
So actually, I guess one last thing. So, Nick, there's a thing, I think it was supposed to be in California, called GDC. It's the Game Developers Conference. So it's like a gaming event, but it's all about like developers. And Sony was going to be there, I think. And then they pulled out because they're like, oh, coronavirus, we're not going to go. And then Facebook, because they have like Oculus, like the VR stuff. Then Facebook pulled out. Then Microsoft did. And like all these companies pulled out. So GDC got canceled. And now E3 is like the big video game like convention like in the summer. There's concerns that they may have to like cancel and stuff. So like I think the media is hyping up coronavirus a little bit. Like I'm not saying it's not a serious thing because like
It's not. What?
like people wash your fucking hands. Yeah. Wash your fucking hands.
Yeah, don't use this as an excuse to be hygienic. You should have been hygienic to begin with.
You should have been. But like more people die from the regular flu. But that doesn't mean like I'm not knocking coronavirus because a lot of people have died from it. But also a lot of people are either really young or older, or they had like
Yeah, well, no kids have been. So I'm just saying, using them as shields. What?
but like that got me thinking, what if like
GI baby.
so coronavirus is here in America now, whoop-de-doo. And like there's one case in Manhattan, Boston had some Seattle.
2 cases in New York now.
There's 2 in New Jersey.
No,
By my brother's college, there are 2 people.
So like, you know, it's gonna get
Penn State already had disease to begin with.
It's gonna yeah, it's called Penn State.
It's called Sandusky.
I'm sorry.
Rusty
Penn State
Sandusky.
real quick. Gonna rant real quick. Which if my mom's listening, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna speak my mind. Cause
Sorry, Mom.
Full disclosure, my brother went to Penn State. So I'm pretty sure he has school pride, and my parents have a lot of school pride. I have very little for Penn State. Here's why. When all that shit went down with Sandusky and Joe Paterno, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Pa?
Joe Pat.
With Joe Pa and all of them. And they were outraged at the games being taken away. And they're like, how could you do that? And I'm like, how can you fucking ruin those kids' lives?
Yeah, can we
and
focus
all
on that?
you care about is that your record got taken away? That is some of the that is so fucking awful. If all you care about is your damn football team, that you don't care about the kids you fucking ruined, like fuck you guys. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's really
Anyway, I never got over that with Penn State.
bad.
Anyway, what if the coronavirus is gonna go away, but it's gonna get worse before it gets better?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the coronavirus could actually get like in the way of like sports like baseball or something?
Well, maybe.
Because like,
You do.
is baseball having more games like in like London this year or something?
I don't know.
Well, I know they were
Not
going to
sure.
well, the plan was before all of this happened that they were going to, same with NFL, they were going to play more games in London. But I don't know. I don't know now what the plan is.
it
They
just-
haven't said anything, actually. I don't
Just
think.
makes you think like what? Because like, you know, a lot of the teams are in big cities like know New York, San Francisco,
Yeah, but
Seattle.
is it all, like, which parts of Europe? I know Italy has the outbreak.
Like Italy's
but
getting
which-
hammered. Like I don't know about England.
I was
But
about to say, did it reach the UK yet?
I'm not 100% sure, but basically, you know, obviously China is where it started. So
Yeah.
Japan, South Korea, Italy's getting slammed. Now we're getting it.
Yeah.
Because again, we have such a diverse country that somebody
Hey,
from Boston
The
flew.
Blackhawks finally scored one.
Hey.
About
Like
fucking time.
somebody from like Boston like flew to they were in China when everything started hitting. So he flew back and like I think he tested for it, but like he was quarantined and I think he's fine. So like generally speaking, if you're like as long as you're not elderly, like really young and you're in decent health, it seems like you'll be fine.
It's you gotta be healthy and you gotta keep tabs on your immune system because that's what
Wash
that's
your hands.
you
Turn
just
the
gotta-
page.
Yeah, you gotta
Wash
be
your
healthy.
hands.
Plain and simple. Even more so now. Like if
Turn
you
the page. Wash your hands.
feel like her sister,
You know, it didn't
you gotta
really
be even more hygienic.
it didn't really click with me. Like, I handle sometimes packages that come from China, and like mail is fucking dirty. So like, I was gonna have lunch today, so I opened my lunch bag and my hands were like gray from like the dirt and dust, and I'm like, shit's from like some of the shit's from China. My hands are dirty, so I went to like a quick check. I like washed my hands and like, it's just like yikes. Coronavirus, that's fun.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine, but
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll
I think we'll be okay.
I'll just punch it in the nuts.
It's okay. We're all gonna probably end up killing ourselves before this election's done anyway. Like the election's gonna kill this country before coronavirus does.
Yeah.
Which I have things to talk about.
Hasn't pummeled yet.
I have things to say about the election, but I don't think the podcast is the place to do it.
We'll wait.
We'll wait till after we're done because it's not.
We'll wait till we're famous and we have influence on people.
Yep.
Then people will listen to us because we have influence.
Steal from your mom's purse.
And then we'll have a blue or red background.
Hey, my brother just liked the podcast. Hi, Brian.
He heard us.
Because we're live. Wait, no, we're not.
We'll do it live.
At some point, I want to do this live.
Yeah.
Do it for the Vine.
TikTok.
Oh, God, no.
I don't know anything about that shit.
It sucks. That's all you need to know.
Literally, the last new social media I tried was Snapchat.
And?
I deleted it.
Damn it.
It's pointless. I hate social media. So going like, check out this brand new thing where you can shoot 6-second videos that loop. I'm like, okay.
Can do more than 6 seconds now.
What is it now?
I
Like,
think you could do a minute, right?
is it? Whatever.
You could definitely do longer than.
What, for TikTok?
No, Snapchat.
Well,
You can send a minute now,
well,
I think.
well, Snapchat,
I have it unlimited.
Snapchat, yeah, but like wasn't Vine like only 6 seconds?
30.
Yeah, Vine was like. I think Vine was 6 seconds.
Whatever.
I think it had to be.
I thought it got a
more
little bit longer towards the end, though.
Whatevs. Social media bullshit.
Title to the sequel.
Whatevs. The Whatevs app. Or just bullshit. It's the bullshit app. What is this? It's bullshit. I'm not angry. Fuck. Yeah, Facebook makes me angry.
It does. If it wasn't for the podcast, you wouldn't have it.
The only reason I keep my Facebook is because of the podcast and when I do some like video things and I need to communicate with people and like my soccer stuff. And I have an Instagram because I use it for like my professional account and then the podcast. I don't even have a Twitter.
Twatter.
Twat. I don't have one of those. And
That needs to be a drop.
What?
I'm giving you gold, Nick. Next time I'm back here,
Black Bear Daily.
I expect to see this whole thing lit up with just things I said. You swine.
Black.
Oh my
Bear
God! I
Daily
just reminded me
Meats.
when we went to Six Flags and Kenny turned to you.
Uncultured
Yeah,
swine.
you uncultured swine.
Yeah, she does.
It's amazing.
Like when she says that all the time. When like I haven't watched something, she'll be
BKN
like,
coming straight to you
be
from
like,
Applebee's.
"Hey, did you watch this show on like Disney?" And I'm like, I never had the Disney Channel as a kid. And she's like, "Well, you never had Disney, you swine." I'm like, I never had Disney. It's not my fault.
Disney World.
So like, I never saw a Goofy movie
What?
because like it was
What? No.
because like I never saw the show because I never had Disney Channel.
Oh my God.
And then like I saw it like a year ago when we got Disney Plus. So like I finally saw it like I don't know sometime last year, but just like she always calls me that. I'm like, but it's not my fault. I don't have the Disney Channel.
I admit I'm a swine, but uncultured, maybe.
I am one of those things. I am one of those. It's up for interpretation. Which
Depends on the day.
depends on my mood. Was there anything else to talk about, or is that basically it?
I feel like we had it like
have
topics to
one
talk
more
about,
thing
but
to
we went
talk about.
so off track.
What was the one more thing?
Black Bear Daily Meats.
Pepperidge Fams.
I've never tried Blackbird Deli Meats. If they want to sponsor the
And
show,
yet there's a drop of you saying it. Love it.
ooh, check this out.
Only at ShopRite.
Check that out. Oof. Look at this meme that I can't post on
yeah,
the
I
video
saw that.
because there's no video. Oh, you can check that out too.
Oh, Jay.
Oh, memes.
Towards the end, it might be dropped. Do you want to say anything?
Drop.
I mean, I already have you recorded. I did turn the mic when you were talking before about the video game.
Drop. I guess that's
No.
it
Okay.
then.
No stuff.
I guess that's it.